Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Fantasy Football Scout Q&A ahead of Gameweek 9. You are joined by Az, and I wish I was joined with Sam this week because I think she's the only person out in the FPL world who actually ranks below me. But instead, I'm joined by Tom Johnson, who is ranked 193k after a game week for the ages. What did you get, Tom? Like 98?
Yeah.
98 points. You must be top of the world.
Yeah. Well, Sam's called in sick.
Yeah, I bet she has. I nearly did the
yeah.
same, but one of us has got to bloody do it.
But yeah, happy to step up off the bench again and probably talk about Enzo again for half an hour.
Yeah, well, he was the problem for me because his no-show meant I didn't play the bench boost chip and 17 points on my bench. Bloody nightmare. There's no way I'm going to have another week in the next 10 weeks where I get 17 points. So very, very frustrating. But yeah, it's all going well for you, Tom. You are right up there with some of like the top content
it's
creators.
unusual, to be fair.
Yeah. What's your secret? What are you doing differently this year? Anything?
Well, my secret is I bought Makili. I still can't say his name, Makili.
You don't
bought
deserve
him and
it
he
if you can't even
scored.
say his name. Yeah, Mukiele.
Yeah.
Ugh. 17 points.
Yeah, I did. But to be honest, I'm not even that happy with my team. Like, I've got Gyökeres, Romero, Reinders. I kind of wish I had a couple more transfers, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to Enzo, which is a shame.
I am pretty much totally reliant on Enzo salvaging my season.
Oh, he's great. He's going to be absolutely great.
I still believe in him. You think the 45 minutes was all right for him?
Yeah, for sure. He looked completely normal. I was at the game last night, and he played well. Got a penalty. Obviously, he was fouled for the penalty in the box as well, so getting into some dangerous positions as usual. And yeah, I don't really think it's clear cut that he even dropped slightly deeper than number 10 anyway.
Yep.
Wouldn't shock me if Guy was on the bench again.
Do you think he's on pens, even though Esteval took one?
Well, he gave it to Esteval, so yes. I mean, João Pedro is the threat, to be fair, for Saturday, but
yeah, why would you take it off a player who keeps taking penalties and scoring?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he'll take it.
Yep. Okay, good.
Are you buying him then?
Enzo?
Yeah.
I've got him.
You're getting him then. You've got him. Oh, perfect.
I got him. I had him all set for last week, didn't I? And then ready for the bench boost. Wildcarded to play the bench boost in game week 8. And then he misses out. International injury.
Week, this is the week he rewards you.
I hope so. Sunderland at home. Come on, it's probably more likely that Pedro is going to go on a mad run and score, but surely not. Hi to everyone in the chat. Good to see you all. James C, 55k rank. That's got to be about 120, 125 points ahead of where I am. Yeah, fair play. Really, really good start to the season. He also asked, are pickled gherkins wrong on a pizza? Getting the key questions in, Tom.
I haven't. Sorry, I wasn't exactly prepared for this.
You should be. You should be prepared.
I haven't
prepared
had
for anything on the Q&A.
I haven't had them on a pizza. I like pineapple on a pizza, so I'm not going to criticize anything else. But obviously in a burger, I think they're perfectly good. Yeah.
Pickled gherkins are wrong in general, so let alone on a pizza. Absolutely awful. Jay Dizzle, should I keep Pedro or swap for Voltemada?
I would keep him this week.
You've got to, really, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you sell a player who is quite good before Sunderland, when there's a chance he'll play in his favoured position, you kind of deserve I mean, you probably call him a troll, but I think you just don't do that.
He has been poor, though, hasn't he? FPL-wise, he has been
he has.
very poor.
He has, but I think you got to pick your time to sell, and I don't think...
A home game against Sunderland?
It's not that time.
No, I think I'd keep... Damo, hi guys. Isidore, my dominant Calvert-Lewin as I couldn't handle owning. Yeah, it's not been a great start to ownership of Calvert-Lewin, but West Ham at home, I'm confident. And Reinders for Junior and Enzo. Isidore and Reinders for Junior and Enzo. So basically just a ploy to get Enzo, right?
Oh, Junior. Yeah, Junior Krupi. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, would you... If it's for free,
you can't have Krupi long term. You're just going to have him for Forest.
Yeah, if it's for free, that's good. Yeah, I think.
Bench boost with a little croupy bench boost this week.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great 8th attacker as long as Evan Nielsen's out.
Yeah, I'm debating it. I'm debating a croupy move, but I've got Calvert-Lewin, so I can't really sell him. I can't really sell him ahead of this. I tell you who I really, really want, like the Spice Girls. I want Mbeumo.
Yeah, I was actually watching Black Box over lunchtime, so there you go. There's a plug.
Thank you. Thank you. Get the views.
And yeah, you were talking about him quite a lot. So.
I think he's going to go off one of the next 2 weeks. I just with Mateta, like, because we all want Mateta from next week, and I've got other issues and problems. I can't see how Mbeumo fits in. I'd have to probably get rid of Gordon, but Gordon's got Fulham at home. It seems like a bit of a sideways move, especially when you watch Gordon in that Champions League and see how well he's been doing. If you can get Mbeumo, I really like that move this week. That's not even the question, but yeah. Basically, Krupi might enable Mbeumo. That's my link to it. Would you buy Enzo this week?
Would I buy Enzo? Yeah, if I could, I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we like those moves then. That's good.
I'm annoyed that I can't really.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're annoyed. I need to claw 105 points up against you, so the more annoyance, the better. Aaron Horton, bench of Dubravka, Reinders, Goodmanson, and Van de Ven. Bench boost.
Yeah, definitely. You got Wolves, Villa, West Ham, and Everton.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to be the bench. Just get rid of it. Jesus, that chip. Because I can't use it this week now. Because Alderete's got that concussion thing, and he's out for game week 9. It means I can't use it this week. So now I'm going into game week 10, still with it. I just want to get rid of it. I should have used it game week 1. Oh, it's a bloody nightmare chip. But now I've got it, and I've got Calvert-Lewin in my team. This is a problem. Christopher Sains, ignoring price, is Saka or Semenyo the better option to buy this week? Don't ask me why I still don't have Semenyo. Oh,
can I talk about your bench boost first? Because
do you have to?
If you think McKeely's going to get 3 points, which he probably will against Chelsea, is that not worth a hit to do Alderete out? Like
Alderete to Mukiele at Chelsea away for a hit.
Yeah, but he's getting 3, isn't he, with Defcons, and Alderete's going to get none. So,
well, I'm not doing the bench boost.
Yeah, but would that then let you bench boost?
No, I'm not going to use a transfer to bring in a player away at Chelsea.
Well, I didn't. Well, could you get Goodmanson then?
I mean that is potentially a better option. Yeah. And then I'm going into Friday night, Leeds West Ham, the game which I don't think anyone has any intention of watching with 3 players.
Enjoy it. Friday night.
Oh my God. I don't think it's possible to enjoy the game like that when you've got 3 players and it's going to be terrible. I mean, it is an option. The thing is, I quite like Alderete. Like, for the longer term, I don't really want to get rid of him. I still think for 4-1, the way Sunderland defend, I still think he's a good pick. And if I'm picking one of them to have over the next 6, 7, 8 weeks, I'd rather have Alderete than Goodmanson. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not going to do it. I'll probably just wait and save it and use it later down the line. Whatever. I'm not even going to think about it too much. I need to just not think about the bench boost and just use it when I just stumble across a week where my bench looks all right. And then
fair enough. And you got 5 free transfers at some point too.
Yeah, exactly. 5 free transfers. That's when I can think about it. Yep. Mustafa says who to start from Gu, Sar, Senesi, and is that Van Dijk? Was it confused between VVD and VDV? Virgil van Dijk. So Van Dijk's got Brentford. Senesi's got Forest at home. That's a good fixture. Sar away at Arsenal. You're not going to start Gu, are you? Because there's no guarantee he starts.
Yeah, I mean the sensible option is Senesi.
Yeah.
I would start Gu over Sar and Van Dijk away at Brentford. No, I wouldn't.
Senesi, Van Dijk, Sar, Gu?
I'd start Gu over Sar.
You go Gu over Sar? I wouldn't.
I think he will probably play.
You think he'll start?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. COD God 07. What makes you a COD God? Like, what do you need to do to be able to label yourself?
You're asking the wrong person for that, to be honest.
You're not a fish fan?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Call of Duty.
Oh, that would make a lot more sense. Jesus Christ, I'm old.
Yeah, but I mean, I've literally never played Call of Duty, so I don't know either. And I don't like fish really, so there you go.
COD would normally, if it was Call of Duty though, wouldn't it be CO and then a capital D? Not.
But surely a YouTube handle is a game, not a
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Why did my mind go straight to fishing? Jesus Christ. Oh, anyway, COD God. Let us know what makes you a COD God. Let us know whether it is fish or the game. Maybe he's got a fishing channel, Tom. Maybe it's fine. Tarkowski, Romero, Reinders to Enzo, Richards, and Roden.
That feels very one. Yeah, I mean, if that's for free, I think that's probably decent.
Tarkowski to Richards. I mean, that's not great this week, is it? I'd rather have Tarkowski.
It's like 2 moves to basically afford Enzo, isn't it?
Romero to Roden. Romero is he? What do we know about Romero? Is he?
He's got no time frame.
No time frame. So
he's got an abductor strain.
He's probably out then.
Yeah, I'd have thought so. I mean, I've got him, and I'm going to sell him.
Okay.
Probably
so you're losing Romero to Rodon. Yeah, like you say, you're doing it just to be able to afford Enzo. I mean, there's $1 million in it between. Yeah, but then you're still stuck with. I'm just trying to think if you could do Tarkowski to Roden, and then Reinders to Enzo.
To Roden.
Could you do if you could do? Yeah, that's what I mean. But that give you enough money though. If Reinders is 5'6", 5'7", and
Enzo's 5'7", about $1 million. Yeah, if you could do that, then. But Goodmanson's 4. And Roden's 4-1, so he could go Goodmanson.
If you can do Romero to Goodmanson or Roden and keep Tarkowski, I think I'd do that. I still like Tarkowski as a pick. I think I'd want him over Richards this week.
I'm buying Michael Keane this week.
I'm thinking of getting Michael Keane as well.
Gonna score. Yeah. I think I'll play him as well.
Yeah, I think they could win that. I think that's a 0-0 or a 1-0 Everton.
Yeah, Spurs
are struggling at the moment to create chances. I really like the Michael Keane pick. I never thought I'd be saying that, but yeah. COD God says it's for free. COD God, can you please confirm whether you are a fishing god or a gaming god? Because we need to know. James C, will it be time to get Wood again soon? Yeah, what do you make of the Deitch appointment?
I mean, it's quite uninspiring, but they'll probably be hard to beat, I guess. Although, he's coming in with 2 games a week or 3 games a week, whatever you want to call it, with Europe. So will that make it harder for him to kind of get his ideas across quickly? Obviously they're coming straight into Thursday and then Sunday. So
can you see any world in which we buy Chris Wood again this season?
Yeah, for sure. Double game week or something, good run of fixtures, really? For sure, but not really? Anytime soon.
I can't see it. I just absolutely.
Well, we know. It was only last season he scored 20 goals. So
I can confirm for anyone watching that COD God is a Call of Duty channel.
There you go.
I've just looked it up, and check it out. Why not? Some videos on there if you're into that kind of thing. Go check out COD God 07's channel. Creating California, was buying Bowen on a wild card last week a mistake?
No. You can't, with those fixtures, a good player, you can't call it a mistake.
He is bottom of all forwards for XGI so far this season. And I don't know if you had the misfortune to watch that West Ham game on Monday night.
I didn't actually. I had better things to do.
Jesus Christ, it was one of the worst performances I think I've seen from a team in a long, long time. I don't know what Nuno was playing at with that team that he put out. I don't know what the players are playing at. There's
it was like all
the reserves in the wrong position.
The African fullbacks. Yeah,
it was really, really weird. He's got a big job because he hasn't got Chris Wood anymore up top. He hasn't got his big man striker to hold the ball up. He's got Paqueta playing as a false nine. I mean, you can't get more far away from Chris Wood and the kind of system he likes to play than that. I just think that team isn't ready, or the players don't suit the style that Nuno wants to bring in, and Bowen looks completely lost. I wouldn't want him at all. I think it is a mistake. Who have they got this week? They've got Leeds away.
They've got Leeds. But I mean, Bowen, like, he still scored 3 goals. You know that if they score, it's going to be him. So
I think you can keep him for this week, obviously, against Leeds. But then it's going to be the easiest move in the world to Mateta next week, isn't it, if you haven't got him?
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I'd keep him for Leeds for sure.
Yeah, keep giving him one more week. But I would be looking at the exit door for him. Tyler's asking about Chelsea defenders. We've obviously got Achempong, 3.9 million. We've got Tosin, we've got Chalobah, we've got Kukurea, we've got Reece James as well. Tyler's specifically asking about James and Achempong. Is that how you pronounce that?
Achiampong.
Achampong.
Yeah, Josh Achiampong.
Would you go there, 3.9?
I don't think he'll start this weekend, personally.
No. Or is he going to go back to Tosin?
I think Tosin will come in. It's close, though, and he probably does deserve to keep playing, but he's been dropped before, so Maresca will probably do it again. Chalobah's probably the one to buy. Like, I'm not overly high on him. Like, as obviously I love him as a player. You know, he's Chelsea through and through and all that. But I don't think he's been amazing this year. But he's started every league game he's been available for, so you have to assume he's going to keep playing.
Yep.
Reece James, if you want a punt, if you're wildcarding soon or something, yeah, he's going to start. He's played 4 games in a row now, 490 minutes. He hasn't missed a game through injury in 2025. Yeah, I think you can go there if you want. You obviously, you know the risks, but I think he'll keep playing for sure.
Harry Dawson says thoughts on Reece James a bit looking good, 4 nines in a row. I mean, that's the key thing, isn't it? It's the minutes. Is he gonna?
And
play?
Gusto's obviously out this week.
Yeah.
And then it's League Cup. So
the thing is, like, it is entirely possible that he does break down and gets injured again, and he's out for a while. But
I think touchwood he might be past that.
Yeah, I hope.
But also, then it's just
a
transfer. Like, anyone can get injured. Can't
exactly, that's the thing. When you've played 4 90s in a row, I think it shows that your body is ready to play. Multiple games like back to back. So if he gets an injury, like you say, it can happen to anyone. So it's just if you want to pay, the 5 million.
Yeah, it's like you paying 5.4 for Reece James. I would say just buy Munoz.
Yeah. But... Like I'd argue that Chalobah, I still think is probably a better pick, a little bit lower and with more likelihood of DEFCON.
Yeah.
Not going to miss a game. I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Reece James's attacking stats aren't even that great. I know he just got a massive haul, but
yeah, well, that came that was a goal from a corner, and he just rolled the free kick.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
good luck in 21. Eddie Casey, hi Tom and Az. Hi Eddie. Who to get in for Foden? Yeah, I feel sorry for anyone who went for Foden because he's been playing, and you'd think a player of that talent would have got some goals by now, but yeah, hasn't really done it. Who to get in Mbeumo or Gakpo or Enzo? I like all 3.
I would probably go Enzo just for the money. I'm not convinced the others are worth paying over $1 million more for.
I'd go Mbeumo. For the next 2.
I'd go Enzo for the next 4.
What do you think about Gakpo though? Is he an option?
Yeah, he's a good differential, but I think Enzo is better with penalties.
Oh, you're saying all the right things. I mean, he sat with Enzo.
And
nice.
Mbeumo, yeah, I mean, do you trust United, I suppose?
We're going to smash him at the weekend, but I still think he's going to score.
Bruno will score.
He better not. He'd better not. Have you got him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Had him for ages. He's a bit rubbish, though.
I can't believe people own Bruno in this game. It's just that's why
you get 3 bonus points from 1 cross.
Absolutely ridiculous. Good. Plays bloody centre back the entire game. 1 great assist and he gets all the bonus. It's really awful. James C. Bruno and Mbeumo double. That's got to be a bit much, hasn't it? One or the other, surely. You're not going to double up on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like who you're missing out on if you do that.
Yeah.
But I guess now's the time to do it if you want to.
FFS, which stands for a lot of things, my season and Fantasy Football Scout. Do you think that if Achempong will play this week... Oh, do you think he'll play this week? I need him for bench boost. You think no, right? You think Tosin's coming back in? I
think it's 60-40.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the Champions League minutes, Tosin started, came off at half-time. Could have been because he was been booked. Achampong came on literally a minute after half-time for Caicedo.
Would you bench boost with him? Did you just
having said that, I think Tosin will start, then no. But
yeah. Tough. Yeah. James C. Is Mateta essential from 10?
Not essential, but I'll be buying him. Probably for João Pedro. I just think he's got form, fixtures, stats, minutes. Just a good pick.
I think you have to say from 10, he's arguably the next best option after Haaland.
Yeah, I mean he's had more XGI than Haaland in the last 6 weeks.
Brentford at home, Brighton at home, Wolves, Man United, Burnley. That's the run from 10 to 14. That is a ridiculous run.
Yeah, I mean, I would never say any player other than Haaland is essential, but he's probably as close as it gets.
Could you cover him with Sarr?
I think you can get both, but I don't. I mean, Sarr and who? Like, if you like, I guess for me, I have got João Pedro. My plan is to sell him for Mateta. Like, even if João Pedro gets a brace this week, I'm still probably going to do it. So
yeah. Okay. Captaincy, Steven Starfield, Haaland, Saka, Pedro. Let's open it up. Enzo, Semenyo. Anyone you're considering?
I mean, I haven't considered anyone else, but if I had to captain someone else, I'd probably captain Enzo or Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno could do all right, I suppose.
I'd rather captain Enzo than João Pedro for sure.
Yeah, the only one I'm half tempted on is Semenyo, but I don't think I'm ready to do Semenyo over Haaland just yet.
No,
just
you don't want to get a red arrow.
Oh, it just feels like he's asking for trouble. Yeah. So Shannon, you guys playing Football Manager 26 beta when it releases today? You a Football Manager fan?
Not really, to be honest. I'm not the biggest gamer, to be fair.
You got the COD reference.
Yeah, but I thought you would have done as well, to be
fair. I know, it's terrible. I probably won't be playing the beta, but I will definitely be getting the game when it comes out, because I haven't played Football Manager since 2018, which was a great year for Football Manager. You can see on my little team, all my kits. That's my Chelmsford City team that I took to the Champions League final.
I vaguely remember stuff about
on
that.
Football Manager 18
on Twitter. Were you posting about that?
Yeah, and it was a lot of it was during COVID, so I was doing some streams for it as well. I had Michael Obafemi as my star striker, who's with me from League One into the Champions League final. A true Jamie Vardy story, you know. What a player. We went to Southampton, I think. I think he's probably still there. He was great on my game. He had 20 pace and just I think he had 20 pace and 18 finishing, and then all of his other stats were awful. Final? Yeah, I lost the final.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. I did win the Premier League though, but I know no one's here, no one cares. The final of the Champions League, for my Chelsea City team that I'd spent probably about 18 months building this team up. Get to the Champions League final, and 1-0 up with 2 minutes to go. Their right back scores the equaliser in the 92nd minute, wherever it was. He's the right back that I sold to them at the start of the season. And then they scored again in extra time and won the game. And I'm still not over it. And I don't think I'll ever get over it. It was the only goal he scored for them all season.
You're like Jay from the In-Betweeners.
Completed it. Yeah. I wish. If I'd done that, I would have done. Did he say they offered me an England post? Doesn't get any better than that. Adrian, do you start Mateta this week? Could you bench him?
I mean, yeah, Arsenal are incredible. It feels like a big call. I would probably never bench a penalty taker. I mean, who would people have on their benches?
Reinders or Mateta?
I think Mateta with the numbers and the penalties. The fact that Reinders done nothing. What
if you're doubled up on defence? Does that make any difference to you? Do you care about coverage or?
He's that's pretty 50-50.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about bringing Mateta in this week and benching him.
To play Kroupy?
No, well, maybe no. This wouldn't be the Kroupy route. This would be. So at the moment, I'm playing Juve, and so I'll basically be doing Gyökeres and Juve to Mateta and Timber, and then I could either play Mateta or Reinders. But if I'm doubled up on the defence, do I really want to be playing Mateta as well? I guess it's a kind of a coverage thing, but never feels great.
Expected points and stuff, you'd play Mateta, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. It does feel ridiculous to be benching a player who just scored a hat-trick in the last game and a player that I'm using a transfer to bring in. I probably, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Well, I did a team selection video for TikTok earlier, which again doesn't shed any light because I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'll let you all know by Friday. Jamie C. Perma captain Haaland all season aside from doubles. It's a shame, isn't it? It sort of does look like the way it's going to be this year.
Things always change. Salah was on course for 400 points, and by the end of last season, a lot of people sold him. So
yeah, true. I think Man City could go for a bit of a blip again, like they did last year.
Palmer could come back. Salah could come back. Don't lose hope yet.
Arbitaxers, are we worried about Timber minutes since he started in the Champions League? I'm not.
No. It's League Cup next week anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, against Palace, they're not going to bring Ben White in. He's miles behind Timber. I mean, you could argue Timber's the most informed fullback in Europe, right? At the moment, he's just.
Yeah, he's going to play. Sure. Just behind Cucurella, but yeah.
Okay, right side. Kudus. What do I think about Kudus? If you had him, he's a funny player, isn't he? Because
I'd cut my losses.
Spurs
attack is abysmal.
It is, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, he's done all right. If you've got him, you've got your 10 points in Gameweek 1. If you started with him, you've got your 12 points against Leeds. He's playing, near enough 90 minutes every week. But I mean, the fixtures as well: Everton, Chelsea, Man U, Arsenal. It's not a great next four. Midfielder spots are priceless, really.
I think you go Enzo this week or Son next week.
I think you'd be looking 35% owned as well. Yeah, I'd be looking to get rid. I think.
Van de Ven's the highest owned defender.
He is, I know.
And then, do you know the offside goal that Van de Ven to Kudus on Sunday? That was fun when that got ruled out.
And that's what FPL's all about, isn't it? Like you've already got those two players. A lot of people have. And it gets ruled out. I mean, thank God it did get ruled out because that
was meant crazy.
I'll be on a red arrow if that had gone in. If they'd allowed that. my green arrow at 4 million was only like 80k. Absolutely terrible. James said Van de Ven is useless for points. Yeah, he is. He doesn't hit the defcons. He hasn't really got enough goal threat to justify it. Yeah, it's all pretty poor. John, here's one for you. Play Rodon or Sarr. Would you play a sort of a semi-crap defender with a good game to bench a good FPL asset with a tough fixture?
Probably. I would play Rodon, I think.
Little story. I played Rodon over Reinders when Reinders had Arsenal away. Rodon got 2 points. Reinders got 9. So...
I mean, part of me thinks West Ham have got to get better. And they usually pull something out when they really need it, don't they? Like, Bowen usually grabs the nettle and scores, but I don't know.
They don't... They're a pretty good team at home, Leeds.
But Arsenal are just... crazy good.
Yeah. If it was like another away match against anyone, even if it was like City away, I'd say Sarr. But I mean, Arsenal are on course to break Chelsea's record the way things are going. 15 goals. I did it. I backed against it earlier, and I didn't go for right. I went against Reinders, and it hurt. Sarr is very attacking. You'll just be kicking yourself if West Ham score, and then.
Yeah, because it's Friday as well. But...
I'll say Rodon. I'll stick with it. Go on. No, play Rodon. I'll agree with you. Fahad, thank you for the super chat. Gyökeres, Reinders, Stack, Anderson, Tarkowski to Krupi, Saka, Enzo, Keane and Richards for a -4 to get the bench boost done. The bench would then be Dubravka, Keane, Krupi and Richards. A -4 to bench boost with Richards away at Arsenal.
Yeah, I guess... Yeah, I guess though, would you who else would you pick that it's kind of, maybe it's smart to just get Richards in now.
Yeah.
I would bench boost that if I had it for a start, I think.
As long as Evan Nilsson's out. You're setting yourself up well.
As long as Evan Nilsson's out.
The trouble is, if you don't do it this week, Evan Nilsson's going to be back, and then you're not going to be able to bench boost because you're going to have Krupi. So I think you'd need to do it, right?
Yeah. Can you... That's Elliot Anderson, isn't it?
You're basically swapping Gyökeres to Saka, Reinders to Enzo. Where's the other? Oh yeah, there's 3 midfielders there though, and
I think it's Joachim Anderson.
Okay, Anderson.
Which I would say you could keep and not get Richards, but then you can't bench boost, obviously.
Yeah, I'd do it. Yeah, I think I'd do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'd do it. Yeah, it's decent. James says, you're on one today, James. Is Juve less generational than we thought? I went on the West Ham Reddit forum when the lineups got announced because I couldn't believe that Juve was benched. It was I just didn't expect it at all, and they were livid. Like, this was before they lost 2-0. They were just like, Nuno doesn't know what he's doing. There's no sense of this. And then someone replied and said, oh, he's just experimenting. He's given a few players a go. Juve was off with international duty and all that. And then the game started and someone was like, he's playing the players out of position. They're not even playing in, like, the left back from the academy is playing at right back. He's like, if you're going to experiment, surely you play the players in their actual positions. And then Juve came on, and I thought he was absolutely terrible when he came on. He's taking throw-ins, and they're terrible. His defending was absolutely atrocious as well. But there were moments in that game where he made a run, and he wasn't spotted, but there was one point when he was just through on goal, and I think it was, is it Souček or someone else in midfield, just fell over. Literally turned around, went to give him the ball. He's completely through on goal and just falls over. So, I mean, generational is, one thing.
He had good numbers from this from the Czech league, right?
Yeah, he's got
a hell of a cross on him.
He's got a hell of a cross on him. He is very attacking. They need him. I think that game demonstrated they need him because their attacking play is diabolical at times. They need him as an outlet, so they're going to have to use him.
But he's playing in a rubbish team.
If you
put him in, if he went to Brighton or something, he'd probably look a lot better.
This is it. And for FPL wise, when you've got these centre backs hoovering up the DEFCON points and getting on the end of long throws and set pieces and all that, the fullback is just a really it's a tough one to justify. So I've got Juve. I don't know. I might keep him one more week. I might sell him. I'm on the fence, but I'm not. Let's just say I'm not particularly enamoured with having him. Batali says sell Eze for Gakpo.
Oh, his old club. He's going to score against Palace, right?
Gakpo's got Brentford.
But like, I don't really get why are you selling Eze now? Like, he's still nailed for Arsenal, or as good as nailed without Odegaard. That's obviously what you thought when you bought. So, sorry, just getting rid of that guy.
Yeah, same. Nice one, mate. You're banned.
I don't think I'd sell Eze. Like, you bought him because he's nailed for Arsenal.
The only thing that selling Eze does is it would free you up next week to get another Arsenal player, potentially. So if you wanted to go for another Arsenal defender or Raya or something like that, like if you don't see yourself with Eze for longer term, this is probably your only chance to jump off him because you're not going to want to sell him ahead of Burnley and Sunderland. So you could get yourself another option. I do like Gakpo's a pick. I think if Isak's out as well, it just boosts Gakpo's minutes. Well, is it worth a transfer? It's a coin flip, isn't it? They're both good picks. I think I'd keep Eze if I had him. I don't think it's a bad pick. Like you say, Odegaard's out.
Burnley and Sunderland.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do it. I think I'd keep him. Barney says, is Isak a better option than Mateta this week? No, because Isak's injured, right? He's done his groin.
Yeah.
Sam's got him. Another reason why she's not here.
It's not going right for Sam at the minute, is it?
What's she going to do? Do you reckon she'll sell him for Mateta, get him in early, or do you reckon she'll go for Ekitike?
I was about to say at that rank, but it's a bit early for doing like crazy stuff.
Also, you'd be insulting me with that comment as well. Because I'm still like 100k ahead of her.
but Ekitike is really good this week.
He is. Yeah.
Like, you'd probably bite the bullet with Mateta. It's boring, but it's probably right.
It is. It's boring and probably the right option, which means Sam and I will probably not do it. And I can imagine her with Ekitike when.
You guys love like a crazy.
We do, and it doesn't. Why? It used to work. It used to work, Tom. 4 or 5 years ago, when I was at my peak, it was all. I could get away with these transfers, and they'd pay off. These days, just can't get any right. Bloody nightmare. I mean, I'm picking players like Calvert-Lewin and Juve. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to punt on some actual decent players. Would you bench boost this as MS? Dubravka, Rodon, Van der Ven and Reinders. That sounds good to me.
I mean, yeah, we said yes to one with Goodmanson.
Yeah,
so
it's
about the same. So yeah,
if you've got like Reinders and Van der Ven, you've got to do it right. Got to do it. Bob, as and Tom question. Who are you taking out of Arsenal? Keep Raya, Gabriel and Saka, or swap Raya to Timber, no hit? It's luxury.
It is luxury. Like, I've got Raya. I'm probably never going to be able to do that Timber move, but... So you're getting, like, I don't know, Pope or Sanchez and then Timber.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to use your transfers on, it's a good move.
I much prefer Timber to Raya. Like, yeah. I feel quite strong about that, but... If you're going to ruin it so that you can't get Mateta next week, potentially you have to take hits or something like that. It just depends on your team structure. But if you can do it and still set yourself up for the next few weeks, yeah, I'd probably look to do it. We will take a couple more before we finish. Sumit says, "Where is Sam?" She's ill today.
And then she's on holiday, so
she's on holiday.
She won't be doing it next week.
I know. It could be a hat trick of Tom Johnson.
Yeah.
Sell Gyökeres to Mateta or sell Pedro?
I keep both and do it next week.
Yeah, what if you can use the Gyökeres money for something else?
Then it's not awful. I guess maybe Reinders to Enzo, Gyökeres to Mateta. But again, I don't really want Mateta this week, so...
Selling Gyökeres before Burnley and Sunderland makes me feel a bit nervous. But the defence is so strong, isn't it, that you're selling him, but you're replacing him with another defender who could easily score because of the set piece threat. So I do get 9 million for Gyökeres. Does feel a lot.
Yeah, but he'll score this week. This is his time.
You think? Yeah. He's got his confidence back up, hasn't he? Now he's 2 goals in Champions League.
I can't believe people saying but they were rubbish goals. Well. That's what he does. He's a tapping.
That's what I said to Andy last night. And he was like, "Did you see the goals?" I was like, "Yeah, they're perfect. They're like that's literally what you want."
Like Saka's not going to get that, is he? So
I'd be more worried if my striker's scoring screamers every week than scoring like tap-ins and things because you got to get the reliability of it. Dave Chin, thought of selling Foden and Dorgu to Enzo and James or Munoz?
Enzo and Munoz.
Yeah, and if you can do Foden and Dorgu to Enzo and Munoz, that's an easy move, isn't it? I love those moves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, for sure. Feyenoord, sell Porro for Chalobah or another 5/5 or less defender? Yeah, Porro's got to go.
It kind of depends how much you need the money. Like Chalobah, Keane. There was another, Richards as well. But... I guess you need to look at the money. You need to look at what you need. If you can get away with Chalobah, I think he's good, yeah.
I like Porro to Chalobah. I think it's quite a good move. I like it.
Yeah.
I'd do it. Derek Knowles, do you think Welbeck has legitimate competition? Well, he has in the sense that he could play Rutter up top and Gruder in the 10, but is he going to do that with Welbeck in like the form of... I mean, we thought he was in the form of his life last season, but he's... looks even better at the moment. He looks absolutely ridiculous up top. So he has got competition. He's getting on a bit. He might not have the legs to play week in, week out, but I think it would be very difficult to bench him. And Gruder's still injured, and we don't know what the status is with him. I think Welbeck is pretty nailed to start and play most games at the moment. Yep. Oh yeah, Frimpong. Frimpong's out as well, isn't he? Frimpong to Bradley.
I mean,
is this David Osman?
You've got Szoboszlai as well. I reckon you could. There's worse moves for sure.
Yep. I just don't think I'll pick Bradley. I think I'll go for like a Keane or someone like that. I just think the fullbacks, like I've got Juve. He's like arguably the most attacking fullback in the league, but I just don't think they can compete with the Defcon boys. Final question then is from Captain Hindsight. If you could go for a beer with any ex-footballer, who would you go with? And if you say John Terry, Tom, we are never doing a stream again.
I'm not going to ask why. There's a multitude of reasons we could pick, but um, I'll show my age, but probably, I mean, my favorite footballer is, well, my favorite chess player when I was younger was Eden Hazard. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
chat about
That is a
him,
good
get
one.
his mindset. You know, he's a bit of a different footballer in the sense he didn't really enjoy it. I don't think. So.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, a bit like there's been a few players like over the years, haven't there? Who was the Asu Kotu at Spurs? I remember he did an interview where he was just like, "I hate football, but I'm good at it, so it's just a career. It's like just
Like
going to work every
Ben White
day."
hates football.
Yeah, I know exactly. There's a few players around that, but a player like Hazard, like the talent he has, like the ability to not even really enjoy it is it's crazy. I'd go with Ibrahimovic. I think I'd love to go for a beer with Zlatan.
I feel like that'd be awkward as anything. Like,
You think it would? I don't
he's
know.
a weird guy. He's a weird
Yeah, I
guy.
know, but I think I'd like that. There's not really. I mean, I could go for a Brighton legend like Zamora or someone, but
Bit James Milner
yeah, I mean that would be quite.
on the water.
That'd be quite ham sandwich and water meal deal, wouldn't it? I think you've got if you've got the opportunity to go for something, you've got to go for like a big personality. I think.
Yeah, Frank Lampard. Oh, Joey Bowen. No, thank you.
Yeah, Jimmy Bullard would be fun. To be fair. Lovely stuff, Tom. Thank you for joining me. As always, we'll be back again next week. Thanks for all the questions in the chat. Sam, if you're watching, hope you feel better soon and enjoy your holiday next week. Good luck to everyone in Game Week 9. Like this video if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to Fantasy Football Scout. Check out the website where there's some amazing articles that have been published over the last week. Like genuinely amazing articles. Like some of the best I've read on the site in all my years of being a member. So check those out. And Tom and I will see you again next week.
Cheers, guys.